and we'll be doing Othello, famous literature. We'll be going over the character analysis and a detailed summary overall. Let's, uh, let's analyze this first character is Othello, obviously. So he's a noble, highly respected Moorish man, a general who's deeply in love with his wife, undetermined by his profound insecurities as a racial outsider. These vulnerabilities allow jealousy to easily corrupt his mind, twisting his tragic flaws into a murderous rage. Next we have Lego. I'm not sure if I'm saying this name properly, but anyways, he is Othello's fiercely bitter ensign and one of literature's most cold-blooded, manipulative villain. So he's the villain in the story of Othello. Driven by a thirst for power and revenge, he uses psychological warfare and structural loopholes to destroy everyone around him without feeling an ounce of remorse. Then we have Desdemona. She is a beautiful, courageous Venetian woman who defies her father and social norms to marry the man she loves. Despite her fierce loyalty and purity, her total innocence leaves her completely defenseless against Lego's trap. Then we have Michael Cassio. So he's Othello's young, highly educated lieutenant who genuinely admires his general and respect for Desdemona. However, his weak head for alcohol and his concern for public reputation makes him the perfect unsuspecting pawn in Lego's malicious plot. Then we have Emilia. So she's Lego's wife, okay? She also poses as Desdemona's deeply loyal lady-in-waiting, initially a submissive spouse who advertently helps her husband, but ultimately chooses truth over safety by bravely exposing his vulnerability to the world. Then we have Rodrigo. He's a wealthy, gullible Venetian gentleman who, desperately infatuated with Desdemona, his blind passion allows him to be easily manipulated and financially drained by Lego, eventually leading to his own murder. If you're wondering what the word gullible means, gullible basically means that he's easily tricked or fooled because he trusts too openly. This is also an adjective, by the way. Then we have Brabantio. He is a pro-10 Venetian senator and Desdemona's fiercely overprotective, deeply prejudiced father. He feels completely betrayed by his daughter's secret marriage and warns Othello that a woman who deserves her father might easily deceive her husband. Sorry, this word is deceives. Okay, so basically, it's all about race. Has Desdemona, she marries someone that's outside of her race, and her father feels like she has betrayed him by doing so. That's why he states these two lines at the end. Anyways, let me continue to a detailed summary of the overall play. So Othello is a gripping Shakespearean tragedy that explores how deeply rooted insecurities can be weaponized through manipulation, jealousy, and deceit. As Othello is someone not part of Desdemona's race. So because of this, he is very insecure. He is also insecure about her as a person or them as a couple. And he doesn't confront her about it, but it keeps on bottling up his feelings inside. And that's how he's so easily manipulated by Iago, because of his insecurities. Anyways, let's continue reading. I'm here now. The story revolves around Othello, a noble and highly respected Mauritius general in Venetian army who secretly marries Desdemona, a beautiful and wealthy senator's daughter. Despite their deep love, their happiness is immediately targeted by Lego. Othello's fierce bitter ensign Lego is consumed with hatred because Othello passed him over for a military promotion in favor of the younger, less experienced Michael Cassio. Seeking total ruin for his commander, Lego crafts a malicious plan to convince Othello that Desdemona is having a passionate affair with Cassio. To execute his plot, Lego uses psychological warfare, dropping subtle hints and exploiting Othello's vulnerabilities as a black racial outsider in a Venetian society. The turning point occurs when Desdemona accidentally drops a cherished strawberry-spotted handkerchief, which was Othello's very first gift to her. Lego secures the token to his unsuspecting wife, Emilia, and plants it in Cassio's lodging as a counterfeit physical proof of the affair. When Othello witnesses the handkerchief in Cassio's possession, his rationality completely shatters, and he yields entirely to be blinding Monitor's jealousy. The tragedy reaches its grim climax in Cyprus. Cyprus is a place, by the way, where Othello, utterly consumed by raging grief, confronts Desdemona in her bed and smothers her to death. Oh my word, he literally kills her here. Immediately following the murder, Emilia discovers the horrific scene and courageously exposes her husband's elaborate web of lies to the remaining lords. In a desperate attempt to silence her, Lego stabs Emilia before being captured. Realizing he has brutally murdered his innocent, fiercely loyal wife, a devastated Othello delivers a final heartbreaking speech, stabs himself, and falls dead beside Desdemona, leaving Lego to face imprisonment and torture. Wow, it's a really intense literature right here. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and please stay tuned for more videos just like this. I'll be doing each act and scene breakdown summaries in my videos, so please stay tuned and like and subscribe.